Hello everyone, it's Pat with our Oracle card reading and messages for this upcoming week. Today's the 24th of February, and we're headed this week right into the beginning of March. I love as we head into this time because the days are clearly getting lighter, and I don't know, for me, I just know that spring is on the way. So that alone lightens me up. I feel like we're in the home stretch of the winter season. So, and I can't say it's been a horrific winter here where I am, especially compared to what other areas of the country have gone through. We've actually had a pretty mild winter where I am, all things considered. Grateful for that. So my heart goes out to those people who are suffering through the end of what's been a really horrible winter for them. And even snow in some crazy areas like Hawaii, that whole climate change thing that's going on. So anyways, glad that spring is around the corner and I'm ready to herald it. So I'm going to get started this week, as I usually do, with picking an archangel card for the archangel that's overseeing us this week. And let's see, last week we had Archangel Haniel with sensitivity. And, it definitely was that kind of week where I know for myself, I felt a lot of sensitivity around things, sensitivity to the energies, sensitivity to certain types of foods and things like that. So anyways, let's see who's working with us this week, what they're heralding for us for our messages, and what we could use to know. Oh, okay. This one kind of jumped out. So it's Archangel Michael with crystal clear intentions. And he says, be clear about what you desire and focus on it with unwavering faith. Okay, so this Archangel card kind of heralds the kind of energies that are coming in for the week. So it's about getting clear about where you want to go. Okay, there's more clarity coming in. Archangel Michael is a wonderful angel to work with for many things, many areas. If you aren't familiar with the Archangel realm, he's always the one I recommend going to. And so he's increasing our focus and our clarity about how we want to move forward, what our intentions are for our own personal growth, for our careers, for even our world, our nation, our government, and in a much larger way. So that's a message for overseeing us this week. And if if you are in a place where you've been feeling confused and kind of in a fog, know that this is a week, in this coming week, that fog is going to be beginning to clear. And if you need help with that, Archangel Michael is he's a very motivating angel. So he's always good when you feel confused and you're kind of like, I don't know which direction to go in next, or what's the next step to take. And calling on his help is just really, it's very powerful. And he's one of the archangels whose energy is the easiest to feel. And as a motivating angel, he has no problem with, dropping some not so subtle hints in your path and nudging you in a certain direction. Michael's he is very clear, and he is very direct. So that being said, it's good to know that he's guiding our week. But I just feel like for some people, and for the world at large, or maybe not the world at large, but, in our country, the United States, with all the stuff that's going on, there's a real need for clarity, clear leadership. Where are we going? Where are things going? And this message of clarity also, I feel like it's letting us know that there's going to be clarity brought to us. The light is, with that super full moon that we had, it shines the light on things. And so that light is bringing clarity to things that have been kind of hidden or in confusion, or just, when you're looking at that, were very puzzling to us. So it's bringing the light of clarity to those things. Okay. Let's see, are there any other archangels? And Michael is also one who encourages us to be bold and kind of stand in our power. So he lights the way in that regard. Okay, let's see, is there any other archangel messages? Or is it just Michael for us this week? Oh, hang on. All right, so there was a second one that flew out, and it's Azrael with comfort, okay? And it says, I'm with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. And Azrael does show up when someone has passed or is about to pass, okay? If there's, and I know at the beginning of last week's reading, we got the message from the mermaids, the card of mother healing. And I sensed that there was a lot of mothers out there grieving the losses of their children from, the shootings, the 1-year anniversary, things like that. So Azrael is with us for that. He's that angel who helps us to deal with grief and the losses that we experience. It doesn't just have to be the loss of a loved one. It can be loss of any kind. It can be a financial loss. It can be loss of face, reputation, loss of a career, things of any variety of loss. So, but this card will often show up when there's a significant person in your life who is about to pass, or is, maybe you have someone in your life who's been dealing with a terminal illness, or they may have just passed or something like that. So he's here to lend you his comfort for the grieving, okay? So work with him in that regard. And if it's not, if it's someone that you know, Archangel Azrael is a great angel to call upon for how you can help and support the person that you know who's hurting from that loss, okay? So, I wanted to go to the messages. I kind of wanted to go back to the beginning here with some of my card decks from Doreen. There was the original Healing with the Angel cards. And I'm not sure why I got drawn back to these. I go with what I'm drawn to. But I wanted the messages from the angels because it's very straightforward. There's a message right on the card. And I wanted to see that appealed to me this week for what messages do we want to get from them? What messages do we need to hear from them in this coming week? Okay. All right, angels, what messages would you like us to hear for this upcoming week? That one needs to come out. Oh, okay. So we've got 3 that have come out here. The beginning of the week, it's this message of patience. And, the angel's looking out over this beautiful bay with a setting sun. And the card message says, now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future, you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Okay? So it's the beginning of the week is a message about waiting. Sometimes when you get very excited about something, either a new business opportunity or something new that you've learned, we're really excited to share it or to demonstrate it or to, whatever. We're just very excited about it. We want to put it into action, but we may not have perfected it yet. And so it needs a little bit more, it might need a little bit more practice on your part. It might need just timing, that there might be patience card come up. When the angels give you a message about having patience and waiting, it can often be because the divine timing or the timing window of it isn't quite right yet for it to be well received. Okay, so I also feel like for some of you out there, this has to do with having patience with a person in your life. Okay, I just got that. Whether if that person is struggling or it's just maybe difficult for you to watch what they're going through, and there's a part of you that wants to jump in and intervene, and the angels are telling you to kind of, with this card, their message is to step back and have patience, because for whatever reason, that person needs to work through it themselves. They're learning skills, they're building their own strength, and they need to go through a process themselves. All right. So you need to step back and have some patience with it. And you know, this card is for the beginning of the week. So I know here in the United States we are at the end of the school vacation week. So this coming Monday, all the kids are going to be back in school, and so there's going to be a lot more traffic. So in some ways, it's a message within your within your household and community to have a little patience, because people are getting back into their routine again. So you just need to have a little bit of patience with what's going on, okay? Because everybody just had a week of vacation, and they, you know, they're going to be kind of a little cranky about having to get back into a routine again. And maybe even you are. Maybe you took a week of vacation. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with kids at all or what have you. It just indicates that Monday might be a little cranky for you. Whatever's going on, there might be some frustration in the air. So have patience with yourself and patience with the people around you. Just take that moment to take a deep breath and, okay. Don't rush, don't worry about it. So, I mean, the message on the card says, you know, enjoy being a student. So now, you may not be a student, but life, you know, we are a student of life. So, it's kind of I guess one of the ways I interpret this message is to take, you know, what you're seeing around you in your life as feedback, okay? And I mean, if you are a student, okay, enjoy being a student, because maybe you're on your path to graduation and you're going to put all your newly learned skills into practical application soon. But in many other ways, it's about the fact that we are all students of life. And sometimes, you know, we can look at life as you know, other people that we're dealing with and feelings that come up for us as feedback that we can work with for our own personal growth path. Okay. So, all right. So that's the beginning of the week. Let's get on to the next message. Is this message of Zana, and it says, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you, and I ask you to relax and feel safe. All right. And what's interesting in this picture is, if you look at it, is this angel is like a protective guardian angel in front of someone's home. All right. And so, you know, midweek, I'm trying to get as much of a hit on this one as I got on the last one. I mean, obviously it's a message that you are protected. It's kind of like getting the Archangel Michael card that says you are safe. All right. And, you know, I certainly feel like it's a message to encourage you to ask for extra angels around your home. Okay. But it's a message that says kind of like and it comes up middle of the week, which is hump day. So it's kind of like you're over the hump. You're over the worst of it. Whatever frustrations may have come up at the beginning of the week, or things that, you know, may have felt that were difficult to deal with, which is why they told you to have some patience. You're getting past that now. And you're realizing that there is no great harm to you personally, okay? That you haven't suffered unduly, or what you have encountered, you know, you're going to be able to get over pretty easily, okay? So they're letting you know that you are protected, and to call on them for that protection, okay? So I want to look at a little bit about what that card's message says in the book that comes along with it. Zana. It says, no matter what has happened in your past, your present and future are now safely protected by angels. I'm helping you to heal from past upsets or trauma. I'm helping to heal your heart of worry or fear. I'm here to help you release any self-sabotaging thoughts or behavior. I'm here, in other words, to help you enjoy a renewed sense of safety and peace of mind, which is probably a big piece of it, helping you to enjoy a renewed sense of safety. The other angels and I stand guard around you, your home, your home, your family, your vehicles, and your workplace. You can rest assured that no lower energies can permeate our protective field. We only allow the energy of love to enter wherever you or your loved ones reside. All expressions of fear are transmuted back to the field of illusions from whence they came. God and the angels ask that you relax and enjoy yourself, for your happiness brings a smile to heaven. Okay? So, yeah, it's bringing in a renewed sense of feeling safer and more protected. And I do feel like, it has to do a lot with the fact that maybe some of you who watch these videos now call on your angels more for that help and protection, or when you've having a difficult time. Okay, so I just sense that there's a feeling of relief coming in with it. Okay, you might get some news midweek that brings some relief to your mind and heart, something that you were worried about, concerned about. It might be a legal matter, or you just weren't sure how something was going to turn out, and you get news maybe midweek that it's worked out okay, and you have a renewed sense of safety for yourself and around your home. Okay, and end of the week we have Akasha with this message of, you're a spiritual teacher, so you have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. All right, so this is a message for some of you out there to get to work, that you're spiritual teachers, and to get to work. Whatever you've been feeling called to do in this time, when we are in a time of great, it's kind of unprecedented. We're looking at climate change, and in the larger scheme of things, we're looking at climate change. We're looking at a lot of we're seeing so clearly so much of the corruption that's gone on in our government and other areas. And so this isn't an easy time to be in, but we're here for a reason. And many of us are called to be, helping to guide people and through this time. And where do we look for comfort, for ease? How do we connect with the divine? And you don't have to be a formal priest or a formal, in that capacity to be of spiritual help to other people. So sometimes in the way that we approach life, our view of it and our own personal growth path is in many ways being a spiritual teacher to other people. So it's calling on many of us out there. So I'm going to read a little bit from Akasha, because I think there's more messages in here around that. So sometimes, this may have to do with some of you out there, guided by Azrael, Archangel Azrael, that are providing comfort to those who are going through a difficult time. You've already helped a lot of people, and you maybe have a natural gift for just knowing the right thing to say and providing comfort to people. So you may be called upon to do that for more people. You may be guided in a new direction where your talents, gifts, and abilities are going to be of benefit to someone. Or you may be just going to make a shift into something, or go into something that's a little bit more heart-centered for you and that rings more true for you. So trust that and have faith in it, okay? But it may be that, especially given the messages that we got from Archangel Azrael with comfort, you may be working as what they call an earth angel, where it's maybe you who's providing some comfort to someone who's going through a difficult time. Okay? And so those are the messages that I get from that. Now let's pull a message from Healing with the Angels Oracle cards. This was the first deck that Doreen ever came out with. And it was just a single word on the front. Okay, this is interesting. Enchantment with the unicorn on the front of it. And actually, this speaks a little bit as I look at this card. It's kind of like an emphasis of what the card at the beginning of the week was telling us about, the patience card that says, you know, enjoy being a student, enjoy gathering information, fill yourself up with the enchantments of life. You know, it's about being re-inspired by the awe and the beauty, you know, kind of stepping away from, you know, the dirt, literally and physically, literally, but metaphorically, really, that we see in the world, the icky stuff that's going on. And remember that there's also many wonderful things out there, many beautiful things that we can fill ourselves up with and be enchanted by. So they're bringing you that message of enchantment, kind of like the way children get fascinated and very enchanted by, you know, the simplicity of things, because it's all new to them. And it's a message about, you know, filling yourself or taking some time out to remember that, maybe appreciate the beauty around you. So anyways, so those are our messages that we get for this upcoming week. All right. And I'm curious to see, like, going into March, I do sense March is going to be a big month of change, as I've mentioned before. And it'll be interesting to see what change develops. So brace yourselves. No, I mean, the work that we're doing now with these messages is, you know, part of probably what brings about that change and helps us develops our strengths to deal with the changes that are coming. Okay, so hang in there. I hope you all have a lovely week. Thank you all so much for watching my videos, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone.